Ah, good morning. It's cold and it's like 20 something degrees out here in Lubbock. Surprised it's not snowing. I'm AJ. What's up, brothers and sisters? Welcome back. Just here chilling this morning. Just got my journaling done. Did a little, not like research, but kind of looking into Instagram, just looking at my analytics and stuff, my numbers and whatnot from this morning. Um, Dropped the podcast episode, season 4, episode 2, because of the second day of December. Every month will be a new season, but I'm kind of connecting it and learning to format it out to where it's going to be kind of the same as this, and then eventually like mold them together. So that's the plan pretty much for that. Um, if you guys haven't already, check out Instagram. I'm AJ White. Get a little deeper dive into my life, what my routine is like, kind of get to see what I'm talking about. You get to see a little bit of the podcast and everything on there as well as some of the workouts, what routines I do, and then what my life is like as a 23-year-old. You know what I mean? Um, so it'll get you a little bit of a deeper dive. So if you want some more information on top of the information for this, on top of the information that's on the podcast, go check out the Instagram that's also available and up to you. Um, Woke up fired up today, bro. I went and I slept. I don't have my phone on me. I try to keep my phone, away from me. This is recording on my phone. Loki just tripped. But I wanted to show you like my whoop. No, once again, not a plug. But I got good rest yesterday, bro. Good rest. Slept when I turned it off. It said 10 hours and something minutes, but I don't think I like fell asleep like another hour, so it was probably like a good 9 hours. On my time, it said 8 hours and 44 minutes. I got about a little over 4 hours of restorative sleep, and I woke up just like juice, bro. I woke up ready to go. And what that kind of got me thinking about is, kind of how my lifestyle was like with being an athlete before. You would always have these highs and lows. You know what I mean? You would always be fluctuating. And for my guys that are athletes as well, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about as well. You wake up early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, or a little bit earlier than that to get to workouts and stuff at 6. Once you get to these workouts and stuff in the morning, if the energy is off in there, the workout's not going to be the best. You're not going to be as juiced up. You're not going to be like ready to fulfill and ready to like conquer the day. I mean, you have, high energy coaches, but you can always tell with some people that are high energy and they're very enthusiastic, but they're very genuine with it. But some people who are just not only just faking it, but they're low key kind of assholes as well. Um, so you see the fine line. You can see the difference. Once again, if you're an athlete, you'll know the difference. But the people who aren't athletes, the best comparison would be, for example, like if you ever had a trainer or if you ever had like a teacher, for example, and you had the teachers who are very energetic with the things they're doing in class, like in forms of their activities or the discussions or how they host their in-person classes. You can tell what teachers are like having genuine energy. They want to actually communicate with you. They want to talk with you, grab information from you, and bounce ideas off of each other. And you can tell the teachers that are just there because it's this is where we're getting the check from, as well as people that went to the Air Force Academy with me. You could tell what people were there because they were stationed to be there for their check, and what people enjoy teaching and want to help other people. Um, yeah, bro, you can always tell. So with being an athlete, you can always feel that as well. But when you started out at 5 o'clock, um, it's something that I do in my routine though now, making sure I wake up early, finding a training routine is something that I can do just real quick that can get me fired up. Um, with that, that's something that we don't really understand with going into football. We go in there because we go in there, coaches tell us we got to lift and we got to get this workout in. And then that's the only reason why you have to go there, because you're forced to go there and you're not fully enjoying the process of actually being in there. So it can twist up your mindset a little bit. But you go work out, let's say you got your lifts done, you got your power cleans done, you got your squats done, your benches, all your compounds, you got everything done. And then you get out and then you're just exhausted the rest of the day. You're not really fulfilled. You're not really energized for the rest of the day. You go to class, sluggish, falling asleep in class, not really paying attention, just hoping the teacher can help you out. That stuff happens because you were not at a fulfilled highest state when you went and did that workout in the morning, and I didn't fully comprehend that, and nobody really fully comprehends that because you don't think about that all the time. You don't really think about that of what the real importance should be and how those workouts should be orchestrated. Your mornings are when this is about to be like real nerdy, but this is kind of what I study, just in the area of the mind and the brain. Your brain goes through certain brain waves. When you're going to sleep, it's going towards those theta waves and it slows your brain down. So your brain is almost still in that state of mind when you're waking up fresh in the morning, especially if you don't have like a set routine where you structure yourself to wake up. It's more like I need to force myself to wake up to go over there. In a majority of the time, we probably wake up like 30 minutes before, an hour before, just so we can get there about 20 minutes, beforehand. Um, there's always like a routine in your way, try to slip around it. You're just not fully operational at that point. But when you go into these workouts and coaches are telling me you're not doing a good job, things are not going well, you're not doing it well enough. Um, you need to be better. This like, and they start grilling you early in the morning. Then they make you roll 100 yards, aka what they did to me. They make you roll 100 yards, and then you get back inside, and then they make you sprint after you just rolled 200 yards. After you just roll 200 yards, then they make you sprint, and then they're like, "I can't believe you're in the back of the group." Or then they kick me out the weight room, right? They're like, "I can't believe you're at the last of the group. Like this is just disappointing. Get out." But in my mind, I'm like, dude, I just rolled like 200 yards, and I'm dizzy, can't see straight, can't walk straight, and you expect me to sprint? That's not even physically possible to do. Um, so that whole mindset thing would throw a flip for me, because now that I see and I'm looking back onto like how coaching systems work, is they don't even fully understand how the mind works. They don't even fully understand how the body physically works. Yes, there are things of putting your body to strain, actually being able to work out, being able to grow your muscle and whatnot, but not properly recovering. That's why students and athletes are always constantly in the training rooms because they're hurt. They tell you to go to training, go to rehab, but then when you go to training, go to rehab, all they do is tell you go sit in the cold plunge, sit in the hot plunge, and then if you don't know what's going on, I guarantee you're not going to the trainer. I guarantee you're not going to the trainer to have them poke you around with needles and stuff if you don't think you need it. I guarantee you, I know it for a fact they're not doing it because I didn't do it because they didn't make it a true priority and explain the reasoning fully for it. Other than salt your foods and eat your foods, like that's the best form of recovery we got. No diss, no nothing and whatnot. I played under Joey Maguire. I couldn't stand him as an individual, as a man, because of how he held himself and presented himself, acting like you were better than other people. Yes, because your status is a little bit higher because of the checks that you're getting, because of the things that are going in, because you're old rep in high school and whatnot. Props to you, and I'm very grateful that you're in this position to be able to lead a team. But you need to fully understand how to properly lead a team and lead a team to be conjoined together to operate at all of their highest states and all of their highest levels, and properly educating the students and athletes to be able to bring yourself to another level. The only reason why I can speak on it is because I've been to different schools, I've bounced around to different schools, and I've seen different programs. So I don't know if there are other programs fully as well, though. I only went to two different, schools to play football. I don't know if there's other schools or other institutions of other people that have been through something like this, have been through like a disrespectful coach, a coach that will turn his back on you when you're having a conversation. Um, Football will shape a lot of our student athletes' reality. It will shape our life. It'll shape what things we think we're worthy of, are capable of, because they tell you you're not good at this, or we don't think that you're a good fit for this. We don't think good thing for this. The only thing that especially after being tired after a workout and you run sprints and all that, and somebody's telling you you're not worth it and whatnot, wait till the day that you get out. But just wait till the day that you stop playing and you're no longer an athlete, or a D1 athlete, D2 athlete, whatever the thing may be. You're out of college, you're not playing anymore. I'm telling you, it's probably one of the most humbling things. because now you're going out into the real world feeling like you're worthless, feeling like you can't do anything. You feel like you can't accomplish anything, as well as the only thing that you know is athletics. AKA, I played football since I was 4 years old. I'm about to be 24. I stopped when I was 22. Yeah, 22. So almost 19 years, 18 years worth of people telling you like, you need to be better at this. You're not doing good at this, and grabbing you by the face mask. Like it seems cool in a moment. You get pumped up or whatnot in a moment, and you want to prove them wrong or whatnot. But you got to understand how your brain works and how the brain actually accepts information. There's nothing you can do to fight it off from actually being stuck in your brain. In the small term, in that short moment of it, it can seem like it didn't affect you, but speaking from the truth, it does affect you later on in life. And this is why I talk about in these episodes of why you have to have certain habits in a certain area of discipline in yourself so you can rebuild who you are, so you can rebuild your standard, you can rebuild to the individual that you want to be. And I remember for a while, um, sorry, I was checking my mic. I remember for a while, I used to hold resentment for Coach. I'm a Coach McGuire. I'm gonna call you out if you see it. You see it. He held a resentment for you for a long time. The level of disrespect that I felt in that moment in time, I get it that you have a certain timetable and certain things that you got to take care of, but let you meet the wrong person and let you meet the wrong individual and they're having a serious conversation with you and you turn your back on them and walk to your truck and take off. You let you do that to the wrong person there, I guarantee you there will be a different outcome. I'm grateful that I had the mindset that I have. I'm grateful that I had the tranquility in my mind to be relaxed, to physically show that I'm relaxed. But ultimately, I wanted to hit you in the back of your head, bro. Ultimately, because it's not even about football. It's not even about athletics or whatnot in general. But to turn your back on somebody like that and let you be down to the wrong person, the person who doesn't give any standard, doesn't care about the other people that are around them. And you see how that turns out, bro. I'm now grateful for you doing that because now I get to see what realities and perspectives people are living, what status people think they are living at, what mindset people think they are living at. Now you can see the characteristics and the personalities of the individuals that act and believe that they are this persona, but you can truly tell deep down this is not the guy that who you are. And don't hold up a front. No one's going to be here to judge you. Next time, hold a conversation with somebody because you can eventually change their life also for the good at that moment in time as well. I get it. Your time is valuable. I get it. All of our times are valuable as well. Take into consideration, and this is for any man out there. I guarantee you that number one rule is do not turn your back on somebody when you're in the face to face conversation. I promise you, it's not going to turn out well for you. Straight up, it's not going to turn out well for you, especially if you have an individual that hasn't established who they are and they are still confused and they're just trying to understand information, especially of growing up and always being told you're not worth it, you're not worth it, you're not worth it. And you're playing football, so you're in an aggressive state pretty much at almost at all times of the day. Be very careful of that. So all of those things that just build up and build up and build up and build up. And then now you're not playing football. Now you can't relieve the aggression. Now you can't go hit somebody. Now you can't do it. How do we relieve ourselves? Like, how do we live the life now? Now we're going into the real world. Now we got to go to work. Now we're meeting new people. Now we're meeting these random strangers and people don't look like me. People don't have the same size as me, bro. Like, how do you operate? How do you do that? You have to build the habits and routines, one in yourself. So the first thing that's going to be easy and that's going to come to mind is training. Training is going to be a little bit different though now because you're not training in the same ballpark. You're not training at the same almost the same level of intensity as you were with your old team. because one, you don't have the people around you, so it's hard to have like spotters. It's hard to have people like to watch over you while you do your workouts. It's hard to have people like pump you up because you are at a different stature though now. Like imagine, a lot of athletes are, minimum about 6 feet. There are, the rare breeds that are smaller, more running backs and whatnot, but they're a rare breed for a reason because they're, their stature. But the majority, 6 foot and up. We got kids 6'8", 6'9". We got Mason Tharp. I think it's. I don't remember it. Sorry, bro. I don't remember your last name. Mason. Tharp. 6'9", lengthy guy. Your training styles to work out with somebody else now. You're going into the regular world. You're going into the real world. You understand? Like averages are like 5'5". Averages are about like 170 pounds or maybe less than that. So when you come down from me being like 225 pounds and now going into a regular gym, I'm out benching people, I'm out squatting people, out power cleaning people, out front squatting people. I'm like, bro, I can't even have you as my spotter because you couldn't even pick the weight up, let alone pick me up. So it gets hard, the training is a little difficult. So one, you have to start to develop a training style that's a little bit more catered to you. The best things I can recommend, just getting right back into routine that's closely almost similar to what we do to football. From what things I've tried is just doing push pull legs. I know you'll hear this everywhere of trying out push pull legs, do push pull legs, whatever the case may be. All right, so the video cut out, or not the video, but the mic cut out. My mic died. Um, Take full responsibility for it. I should have charged it. Should have watched it. I got done about, it was like 16 minutes. I had to cut it. It was like a 25-minute video. But the rest of the video, I just went and talked about recovery and the purpose of recovery. Recovery is not only focused on just the body of taking care of yourself. Yes, it's important to roll out. Yes, it's important to make sure you do the ice baths, do the cold plunges, do the warm plunges, or the hot plunges, massages, whatever the case may be. That's all good. It's all good to take care of yourself physically, but recovery is also for up here, man. As we're growing up, from the ages of whenever you started, maybe 4 or 5 years old, to the points that you're at now in life, being in your 20s, imagine being told every single day, like, you suck at this, you're not being good at this, this will never be worth it for you, like, you're not good at this. Imagine being told that for almost like 18 plus years. So now when you're going out into the real world, all you know is I'm not good enough. You don't process it in the moment, but that is what your mind knows. That is what your mind absorbed. This is the things that is constantly stuck in your head now. So now you're trying to go into the real world and operate at the best ability as you can, but now you're nervous, now you're scared, now you can't actually fully function. And then you start battling yourself with being like, bro, I was an athlete, I was able to do this, I was able to push 300 something pound linemen away, like I'm very physical, I know I'm strong, but you feel really humble, you feel weak when you're fighting yourself now. So recovery is not only for the body, recovery is for your mind. Recovery is being able to take care of yourself up here, clear your thoughts, clear your mind, to be able to operate at the best ability every single day. So use those areas of recovery not only just for the physical, but for your mind, for your brain. It allows you to operate at the best ability that you can every single day. The biggest things, once again, to cover is your training. Find a style that's particularly prominent and best for you. The best tips that I can give you that's good for like a little transition is push pull legs. It's simple. It's something you can easily establish, and you want to make sure you use it every single day. Get into the routine of feeling like what movements feel best, what things that need to be worked on. The next things is recovery. Recovery is not only for your body, but it's also for your mind. Brotherly things of advice for you, my brothers and sisters, as well, is do everything at the most 100%, the top notch, the best of your ability every time. Train at the best of your ability every time, regardless if you don't know or don't understand. If you don't understand, go ask somebody. This is making sure you act at 100%. Humble yourself. Know that this is not your expertise anymore. No, this is not your area of knowledge anymore. Ask the people who are actually doing it. And don't be afraid to ask, because people love to help. When you're training, be the best you that you can be every single time, every single lift, and give it your all. When you're recovering, make sure you're properly resting, properly getting sleep, actually recovering your body, and do it to the best of your ability every time.
Once you get onto the real world, it's a whole different ball game. And I want to make sure you're prepared, and I want to make sure you have the habits built in play where you can conquer wherever you go, whatever room you step into. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, once again, check out the Instagram. You can get a little deeper dive into my life, what things I'm doing on a day-to-day, how I train, what my lifestyle is like, how I built my life up in my 20s, and how I'm still building up my life at this moment right now. Every day is an area to be able to develop who you are as a person. Once you learn how to develop who you are as an individual, everything else, every other facet of life will always fall into play. Personal development is one of the top things that you can ever do in life. Your lifestyle will never exceed your level of personal development. Develop who you are to the best of your ability every single day. You can accomplish and you can acquire anything you want any day. Love you guys. Stay up, stay energized, push yourself harder, train right, recover right, and live your best life. Deuces.